Hey guys, this is the magazine section of the Exus shotgun build guide. So this is a 1.5 inch ABS pipe from Lowe's. I've used Everbuilt brand before in the past from Home Depot, but the problem is, at least for the aesthetic I had to cut off these two ends that get bigger. And so it only had a 3 shell capacity. This one should theoretically have a 4 shell capacity, which will bring the entire blaster up to 5, a 4+1 configuration. That's a lot more effective for what it does. Not a lot more, but better to have if you can. So, and the other thing about this is that the shells slide in all the way until they hit the narrower part, which they do not go in here. So what we're going to do, and I've already made the first cut here, we're going to cut a slot out of the top for the shells to slide into. And not only will that allow the shells to go in, but it guides them in. So when you put them in, they only go in one direction. They're always oriented the right way. It makes the feeding smoother. My first shotgun didn't have that. And so it tended to kind of just be all over the place when you'd feed the shells. They'd fly in to the breech or the chamber, however they came in, and there was nothing you could do about it. So this is a much better design. So what'll happen is we'll cut all the way, just to strip out, but we'll leave some of the room up here in the front so that when the shells are pushed all the way forward, they can't go out the front. You could get a longer pipe maybe if you can find it, or you could maybe take this one and make an extended magazine with like some threading or something. I don't know. I haven't really investigated it, and I'm not sure that shell stops can handle that kind of tension. So I'm gonna make that cut and then get back to it. Alright, that cut has been made. This plastic was a little brittler than the Everbuilt kind, so I don't know if I'd recommend it, although the capacity might be worth it if you're careful. So we now have, it's a little hard to see, but we now have a straight groove here. So the shells, for the most part, I have to clean it up. You want them to slide in without any friction. They just slide in, just like that. So that is this is the first step of the magazine. There will probably be a part 2, as there are some changes and adjustments that need to be made later once we have more of the Exus ready. Okay, and then the last thing, we need to assemble a follower. This actually came from my Sentinel shotgun. So this is a Zeus magazine spring. Ellie? Really? So this is a Zeus magazine spring and some PVC. And then this end cap is the muzzle off a Hyperfire. You could use something else, but that's worked for me so far. And that actually just slides in with some electrical tape into here. So we have a full magazine. Again, I haven't cleaned this up so it won't slide smoothly. There's some parts inside where it's got a seam that need to be sanded down probably to allow for smoother feeding. And we probably also need 2 springs. So just be aware of that cost when you're going to build. I'll have a full, in the overview, or the intro, I guess, I'll have all of the parts that you need. I'll try to have them all assembled and figured out beforehand. So that's the full magazine for the shotgun. It's just a tube. Shells do all the work, kind of, but this is critical to get right. So thanks for watching. Look forward to the next part.